I'm Tom Edwards with today's edition of Perspective on 5. In its April 5th issue, the Washington Post reported that on his first full day in office, President Trump met with several members of the Drone Operations Task Force of the Central Intelligence Agency. The head of the task force explained that the CIA had developed special munitions to limit civilian casualties. The president, however, seemed unimpressed. The Post further writes that the committee showed Mr. Trump a previously recorded video of a drone strike in Syria, demonstrating that the agency held off firing at their target until he had wandered away from the house where his relatives were believed to be inside. Upon seeing that agents had spared the house and the family members, Trump asked, "Why did you wait?" During the presidential campaign, Trump repeatedly made the point that he would, quote, take out the families of suspected terrorists. On a Fox and Friends segment on December 2nd of 2015, Trump made the point that while they don't care about their own lives, they do care about the lives of their family members.
The other thing is with the terrorists, you have to take out their families. When you get these terrorists, you have to take out their families. They care about their lives. Don't kid yourself. But they say they don't care about their lives. You have to take out their families.
Fast forward 3 months, March 7th of 2016. In a CNN interview with Anderson Cooper, Trump denied he had suggested killing family members.
The laws have to be
what? Terrorists would be against the law.
I didn't say kill. We have to go after them, though.
What does
you
that
have
mean?
A terrorist.
Kidnapping them?
You have a terrorist. We're going to have to do something.
Or was that a case of Trump denying that the idiom take out means the same thing as kill? Earlier, at the Republican primary debate in Las Vegas on December 15th, Trump painted a complete picture of what he had in mind.
I would be very, very firm with families. And frankly, that will make people think, because they may not care much about their lives, but they do care, believe it or not, about their families' lives.
To spell this out clearly, what Trump is advocating is that we terrorize the terrorists. In other words, we naturally assume that a suicide bomber is unconcerned about his own life. But Mr. Trump suggests perhaps he'll think twice if the United States has made clear that his wife, his children, his elderly parents, any of his family members we can get our hands on will be murdered in retaliation for his crimes. What he wishes to do is to order the United States military to commit first-degree murder. The Geneva Conventions could not be clearer about this. The intentional targeting of non-combatant civilians is strictly prohibited. And because the Geneva Agreement is a treaty signed and ratified by the United States, per Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution, like all treaties, it becomes supreme law of this country. What Trump has proposed is, therefore, a war crime, an atrocity in violation of both international and U.S. law, a crime against humanity. In reviewing this, it has occurred to me that we need to ask ourselves something. Even without international law to explain it, aren't we clear that murder is wrong? Geneva Conventions or not, what do we make of a person who would mentally formulate this plan of attack? It's doubtful Trump would get his wish because members of the U.S. military have been trained not to obey illegal orders, and this would be as illegal as they come should Trump make the attempt. But that's not exactly an impregnable barricade. Can we categorically rule out the possibility that every member of our military would have the courage to refuse? For that matter, can we assume there aren't some members who would happily comply? Repeating the earlier quote from the Post, upon seeing that CIA agents had not blown up the house with the family members inside, Trump asked, "Why did you wait?" I hope that we don't reach a point where we must ask ourselves that same question. I'm Tom Edwards, and this has been Perspective.